Don't know already, it's your boy Gyro back again to another episode of All Scene. This is episode 2. If you missed out episode 1, you could just go back to our main channel, check out episode 1 of All Scene. That's when we was talking about basically how women need to basically take responsibility for their actions. But now we have a brand new topic on the shelf, and yet again, I am back with Diana. Diana, what do you have to say today?
Our topic today is going to be one of the topics we have been avoiding since the beginning of time. Since we know ourselves and trust, every time we talk about it, problem happens. We're going to be talking about hypocrites.
So, would you say, is there the sin be, Diana?
Dog, dear, listen.
But yeah, no, I don't want nobody to feel some type of way, to be honest. This is just us letting it out, and we are young people actually, right? So don't feel like it's adults or anybody trying to tell you how to live your life, right? We're just out there being speaking out basically how we feel personally inside and what we feel that people need to hear. So no, it have all types of hypocrites. But what type of hypocrites will we be talking about?
We want to talk about the hypocrites that would do all they do during the week and still have the audacity to sit down in church and play part most holy. And still want to be telling people
come church
and give your life to Christ. And they're doing the exact same thing they would bash and blame others about. Myself, I want to see where that's going.
But down there, Diana, down there just really torments me, you know. Because I don't have a problem with giving my life to Christ. I don't have a problem with going church. I only have a problem with you forcing me to come church, and then when I come church and want to live a better life, there is no better life because then you not doing the better things. You just telling me to come church. So like people need to like let me know what you really want me to
make sense out of the nonsense.
Right.
For us.
Check that is just an old sin. You get me? You cannot just tell me, you most godly, you want to be on, what they calling it, Skype. You want to make group chat, you want to make calls, you want to be on all kind of a thing. Just for you to talk about God and read Bible and amen, whole night. As the amen finish and the pastor end the call, you know, call of a man, you like when I touch you there? Yeah.
I'm screaming.
But nothing is that, like come on man, that is just upsetting. That just bother me. That just shake my freaking skull. You check me, like people need to start to realize, like, hey, okay, I go in church, it's for my betterment. Let me just do what's right. You see, and that is the other thing too. I said earlier on that they're forcing me. Now what I mean by that is like, I am a human being. I understand what is life. And it's not to say like I worship in the devil or anything, right? I do have faith in God. And I do pray at night and in the day, and you know there are situations where I would also pray as well. But I know for a fact that I do not want to be a hypocrite, because I know sometimes, I don't know, to be honest, like a little sexual thing might come in my head, or you know, like all types of thoughts or all types of things. I know God can help you because all that comes with wisdom and all that. But at the end of the day, like when I'm ready to come church, I know I'm ready for church. I know when I start church, I don't come in church to be no clown or have anybody looking like no juju. But don't watch me now. Tell me come church, hop up and down the place like you that is the frog. And then after when I seen you is in the jam, I doesn't go. So it's like try and tell me what that even making sense there, first of all. The same jam you say not to go in church. I doesn't go jam, you know. I don't imagine, right? Diana, listen to that. Mm-hmm. I not go in church, but I not go in jam. Mm-hmm. But you go in church and you go in jam. So
make it make sense, my brother. Because what I've been seeing, and it's an observation. If anybody with two eyes and with proper vision can see, is that the same? I'm not to say it's young people that would do that. There are actually young people who are interested in coming to church, who are interested in giving their life to Christ.
True.
But it's the older people, the people that's supposed to nurture you, because church is supposed to be a safe haven.
True.
Church is supposed to be a hospital. When you go to a hospital, you are sick. You need some type of help to make you feel better. Imagine you going to a hospital and it's worse you feel worse. Like you just come in there just to feel worse.
Waste your time.
And not just waste your time. Because I have been in a situation where I have given my life to Christ, and sometimes the people in church may make you feel like you regret doing that action.
True.
Because you will, let's say, before you give your life, you were a person who always used to drink rum, who was always smoking, who was always doing jam. A jam couldn't miss and you not there. And then you decide, it's time for me to settle down, time for me to, really take things serious. And the same people that are supposed to be helping you, with the same people that say, Mr. used to go and do all that, and maybe even still doing it. No! You're supposed to be helping us as young people. You're supposed to be doing more activities and involving us as young people if you want us to continue to be in the church.
Right.
And then they will say, oh, young people don't stay in church, young people doing that. Or you never sit down and realize that the things you do have an effect, whether it may be on the older people or the younger people, and in this day and age you are affecting the younger people a lot more. The older people who are already grounded, they will brush you off. But the young people like us, who are still indecisive, who maybe even still think that there isn't a God, you want to be running us away, which does not make any sense. And then you will start to throw talk for young people and say about, all they want to do is party, all they want to do is this. Some of us just want to stay out of our home and sleep, like me.
True.
We just tired of the talk, the hypocrisy, the fact that we actually want to change, and you guys are showing us that there is no sense in changing because we do it too. That's what we are seeing.
Yeah, like for real. And another thing again about the hypocrisy, like all you would just talk about God and tell people about God, and I know for sure, like going church, they would tell you no sex before marriage, and all you're doing it every day. You check me, and if you're not doing it every day, then every weekend and whenever you get to do it. And another thing that, you know how much girls that lose their virginity in camp? Church camp?
Let's talk about that one. Church camp supposed to be a rejuvenating session.
I don't get tired. I get rejuvenated.
A rejuvenating time for young people to meet new young Adventist people, become friends, and build a better bond in Christ.
Right?
Then they decided to open camp for everyone, which is not entirely a bad thing because there are a lot of people who got closer to God
through camp. Yes.
I can testify. But there are some bad-minded people that they know are bad-minded and still allow them to go to the camp. And they are very influential and manipulative. And that's how a lot of girls lose their virginity on camp. Because it's not a church boy, not a church boy that going to church every Saturday or Sunday, going to church every Wednesday night and Sunday night that would do an activity like that.
Exactly.
It's always somebody from the outside that influenced them to probably try a scene on those girls. And those girls are so small-minded and so weak-minded that they are easily led on to those actions. So honestly, I don't blame any outsider from camp or Adventist camp for making girls lose their virginity. I blame the people on the inside.
True.
They want to build you spiritually, but never mentally or physically.
Right.
Or even emotionally. Right. How can you want to be spiritually strong, but your mind is weak and They would always say, idle hands are the devil's workshop.
Right.
Whenever your mind is idle, the devil tends to take time and devour your mind. And that's the first place he attacks. Because that's the first place you create your actions. You think before you react. So what's the point of being spiritually strong but mentally weak? You may know the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, but if I throw two sweet talk in your head, I have you under my finger, which does not make any sense.
Makes sense. Doesn't make sense. And you know what I feel, Diana? Like, I feel it has to do with a lot of at home too. Because like some parents, they trap their children so much that when their children get a chance to experience something new, they just go for it. I feel the majority of the world that literally do drugs or have sex, unprotected sex, and do all types of things right now in this world, I feel the majority of the young people that end up doing that is because of how their parents had them tied up in a band. And I'm not going to just say this, but I can attest that there are actual parents that would think they're doing the right thing by not tying down their children. No, I'm not telling you to tie or not tie. What I'm trying to tell you is to teach your child, explain to your child, but don't jail your child. You get me? Because if you let your child too free, they will do what they want. And if you let your child too tight, when they break free, they will do what they want. You have to make there be an understanding and meet each other halfway.
There should be a balance.
Exactly.
To me, there should be a balance. Because I have seen over the years people who tie down, strict parents who keep lock and key on their children, they first to make children.
Exactly.
They first to make, from time they step out the house, boom, pregnancy.
Exactly.
And notice, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I cannot say that. But there are certain things that we're not supposed to, that our parents should not hide from us or shield us from, because either way, we're going to go into the world. We're going to, whether they like it or not. We're going to know about sex. We're going to know about drugs. We're going to know about certain things. It is our decision and our mental health that's going to allow us whether we can say, okay, no, I'm not going to be doing any unprotected sex. I'm going to stay protected, I'm going to stay clean, or I'm going to stay a virgin until God sends the man for me. Or I can say no to drugs. I can say I'm not going to do drugs because drugs is a bad thing. It's all based on your mentality. And parents have that I don't know if it's their imagination or nonsense, because it don't have common sense. Common sense not common. But they feel like if they have us inside, that our mental health will always be in check. If you realize when you isolate someone, they tend to slowly go insane due to lack of socialization.
True.
And parents have that tendency of, they don't send their child different places because they're afraid and whatever. Your child going to go outside whether you like it or not. If you stop them from 12 to 18, from time they hit 18 and they have legal age, they have legal rights to leave your house, they're going to do everything they ever wanted to do between 12 and 18. And that is how you see teenage pregnancy coming up. That's how you see drug abuse coming up. That's how you see all the ripple effect. And then they're going to say, it's the wrong crowd they was following. It's not exactly the wrong crowd. If you are around certain people and you are mentally strong, you can actually say no to drugs, no to alcohol, no to sex. But if you are not mentally stable, if you are not mentally healthy, you will fall into whatever you see that, maybe your parents didn't like when you were younger. Maybe your parents say that was a bad thing when you were younger. And to show them that you older now, that you can do what you want, you're going to put yourself in it.
True.
And then later on in life, you're going to say, boy, you regret that. But it's not exactly your fault. You saw the big barrier that your parents were hiding, and yes, they want the best for you, but they're supposed to expose you to it and then educate you that, hey, this is wrong, and in the long term, it can mess you up. But parents have that tendency of just blocking it off, no questions asked. True. So we as young people are going to be inquisitive and curious and just do, and not think about long-term effects.
Right. So, I don't know if all you learn, I don't know if all you understand, but me and Diana have to say it as it is.
As it is,
because it's an old scene.
Old scene.
And it's there.
This scene big.
So, tune in next time at Old Scene. Don't know already, if your boy Jaira. And I'll be sometimes by myself, and then I'll be sometimes with special guests, just like Diana. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like, share, and subscribe.
People don't check my descriptions. I've just been saying basically that you could just go down in the comment section below and simply just give an idea or a topic that you would like me to mention in any of my episodes. This is not a thing about me, this is a thing for the public, especially the young people. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Dear Disney.